Hello, welcome back. Today I am showing you my favourite trick to do with a marked deck of cards. So grab your marked deck and let's do this. Alright, so today we're using the Bicycle Mandolin back playing cards. You probably know why. Anyways, so at the beginning of the trick, you can shuffle the deck as much as you'd like to your heart's content. And now I'm going to spread out the deck, like so. And I want you to take out any two cards you want. So let's say you go ahead and select sort of this card, and let's maybe leave the card next to it. So you select those two cards. They can be completely random. You can then shuffle the deck again at this point if you want. And now I'm going to go through some cards, and I want you just to tell me when to stop, okay? Stop. Okay, so you chose to stop at that card here. That is this card right here. Put that back. At this point, the deck can be shuffled up a little bit, like so. And we'll leave this off to the side. Now, spectator, you can cut this deck. So let's say they cut the deck sort of, I don't know, like that, and then they do it like this. So they've marked where they've cut it, as you can see. So now we're going to go turn our attention to these two cards here. So here we have the 2 of diamonds and the 4 of spades. So if we add these together, we're going to get 6, right? 2 plus 4 is 6. So we're going to go to that position where they cut the deck. All we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this card right here is the 7 of hearts. Wow. Alright, so here is how the trick is done. Obviously you're going to need a marked deck of cards, and you can see at the bottom there, these cards are marked. I'm not sure if you can really see that. You're going to need a marked deck, basically. This trick is impromptu though, so you can shuffle up the deck. The spectator can shuffle up the deck even, and then you can continue with the trick. So you're going to spread out the cards and ask spectator to select 2. When they're selecting out their 2 cards, you want to make a note of what the cards are. So here I can see it's a 7. And this card right here is an ace, so aces are going to be worth 1, okay? So you have an ace here and a 7 here. If you add those together in your head, that's 8. And you need to remember what the sum of these 2 cards are before you get to look at them. So 7 plus 1 is 8, so we can remember 8. Okay, so now we have these 2 cards selected. We are going to give the deck another shuffle by the spectator, it doesn't matter here. And the aim now is to get their card 8th position from the top. But there are 3 things that can happen. So the first thing is when you're going through the cards, obviously you're going to be counting the cards. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'll tell you to stop whenever you want. The 3 situations here is firstly if they tell you to stop before you get to the correct position, so the 8th position. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they tell you to stop here, you're going to give them the card on your right hand side, which is here the 3 of diamonds, and while they're looking at the card, you want to secretly count off the rest. So you've got 4 here, you're going to quickly go 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, once they've finished looking at it, you can put it back here, and they'll think that's just where they found it, when really you forced it into the 8th position. So they can then put back this 3 of diamonds. The other thing that could happen is if you go past it and they haven't said stop yet. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and they still haven't said stop, you're going to want to mark that 8th position with your finger here at the back and carry on going past it. 9, 10, 11, let's say they stop here. You'll give them the card here, which is the 2 of spades, and while they're looking at that, you're going to want to go back 2 cards so you get to the 8th position once more. And put the 2 of spades in here and close it up. The third scenario is if they land perfectly in the correct position, which happened in the performance, and there you don't need to do anything. So the aim is to get it in the 8th position, because this is what these cards are from the top. So you're then going to ask spectator to cut the deck where they want, putting the bit on top sideways. So you'll leave this to the side. And then you can have a look at these 2 cards with a spectator. You'll see it's an ace and a 7. You add them together, you get 8. And now this is the bit which is super clever, because the spectator, you've used time misdirection. The spectator thinks this bit here is that random position in the centre of the deck that they cut to. It isn't. That is just the top of the deck. This is the position where they cut. but they think that is. So you're going to go to here. Really, this is the top of the deck, but they think this is a random position that they got to, right? So you're then going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and if you put it after the 8th position or on the 8th position, your card will either be here, but in my case, it will be here. So there it is. That's the trick. Super cool. Alright, that's it from me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. And if you want to be notified when I release fresh card trick tutorials, then it's not a bad idea to be subscribed. Anyways, happy cardistry and goodbye.